Hey guys, it's Friday the 27th of October and I'm here with your weekly comic reviews. First up for DC, we have Dark Knight, the Merciless this one, Metal tie-in. If you've been unaware of the Metal series, it is the current big DC thing at the moment, and these tie-ins usually focus on one of the Batman from an alternate dimension that usually has characteristics revolving around one of the other members of the Justice League. The Merciless specifically focuses on Wonder Woman. This Batman lost his Wonder Woman in a fight with Ares. He took the helmet Ares had been crafting, and basically that's the source of his power, and he uses that to become this sort of god of war in and of himself. The story is fine. My main sort of, I guess, gripe with this comic is that the previous Metals, the Batman ties specifically, have all quite shocked me. The Cyborg one, you have Cyborg's head being ripped out of his body with his spine being shown. In the Drowned, the Aquaman one, you have Bryce Wayne, the female Bruce Wayne, stab Aquawoman straight through her with a trident. They've always had a sense of, wow, what the hell? This one certainly seemed to be lacking that, because I think the story focused far more on the connection between Bruce and Diana. And while that's not necessarily a bad thing, I think I'd had it built up in my mind that because he seemed so, just such like a warlord, there would be just death everywhere in this. But it does far more focus on the characters. So I would say if you're expecting the violence of the previous ones, it's not there. It's more of a focus on the specific characters. Next up for Marvel, we have the Star Wars Mace Windu, issue number 3. I'm quite liking these Star Wars comics. I initially got into them through the Darth Vader ones, and I started reading the Mace Windu one as well. I would say the Mace Windu one maybe isn't up to the same level as the Darth Vader one, mainly because Darth Vader is one of these characters you can really write a good story around. Mace Windu, although he's one of the, I think he's the only user of a certain kind of fighting style which basically borders the dark side and the light side. I've never seen a lot of comics that you really utilise that in a story. I may not have read the right comics, but it certainly isn't coming across in this, which I kind of thought it might have, but hey ho. It basically takes place just before the Clone Wars, and you've got Mace Windu investigating a planet that's a power source that both the Jedi and the Separatists are after. So I think at the end of this one you've had a big setup, so I've got a feeling that the payoff's going to be the next issue. So I would hold my breath and wait for that. And finally for this week we have Saga, issue number 48. Again, Independence may be a bit lacking this week in my store, and I'm never going to pass up an opportunity to do Saga. So yeah, carrying on with Saga, it seems to be wrapping up the kind of arc that it was on with Lord Robot's son, and you've got a few very interesting panels when they're hunting this invisible monster for food. But at the very end you have a bit of a revelation, and I'm like, oh, okay. Because you've had stuff with the Prince Robot and someone else before, and I'm wondering where on earth this is going to go. And this is what Saga always does to me. It's always the last page. I flip it over and I go, wait, what? Okay, how's this going to work? Like, what are they going to do with this? But overall, just a good issue. It felt like a bit fillery to get to the end of the story. But now that this has ended, I've got a feeling the next few issues are going to start picking up and start going on certain threads from the old storylines, like the unresolved issue that the Will is now imprisoned by this scary funny girl, and we'll see what goes from that. That's the main storyline I'm wanting to follow. I'm hoping after this it's going to follow that storyline. But anyway guys, that's it for this week. Keep reading, keep watching, and I'll catch you next time.